Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Karibuni sana Mkwa Times Secret TV, and of course, Mkwa Times Guzi version. Today we are live in 3 channels. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot that is happening in the opposition right now. You also saw Justin Muturi, then you also saw Peter Munya, Lenny Kivuti, plus many other leaders who are actually complaining against Rigathi Gachagua for his behavior, according to them. And so far, Rigathi Gachagua has also made some statements that you can be able to tell there is a problem in the united opposition where they seem not to be agreeing on something. They seem not to be agreeing on how to work together. So on this particular session today, at the Organic Show, we're going to share about the state of the opposition, why the war, what is happening, what are the end results. And for you to participate on my channel here, please, my number is here below, 0740506234. Just go there, text the word join on WhatsApp. I'll send you the link. You join me on WhatsApp so that we can share as a unit now, as a team. We discuss here what could be happening in the opposition team. My number is 0740506234. That is my WhatsApp number. You just send me the word join on WhatsApp. And then once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, I will welcome you in so that we get to share in details on what is happening in the opposition team. One thing we need to note is that Rigathi Gachagua has been very aggressive, and in most of the occasions, he seems to be the best in terms of going against William Ruto in 2027. Rigathi Gachagua formed a party. It is now among the top parties in the country. Rigathi Gachagua also has mobilized the Mount Kenya region, and it's now purely, almost actually, 70 to 75% behind Rigathi Gachagua, behind one-term slogan or team. Rigathi Gachagua is calling shots on various issues. And now he has informed the people of the Mount Kenya region, especially the leaders, to join the DCP party. They go as a team. But probably the way he has put it, most leaders, especially those who are heading various parties, like now the PNU party, Lenny Kivuti from the Jubilee party, then we've had also leaders like DP leader Justin JB Muturi, who has complained against Rigathi Gachagua, and they have said, we cannot work that way. So what could be happening? My number is 0740506234. For those who are joining me here for the first time, you just send me the word join to WhatsApp, and the WhatsApp number is just here below this one here. From there, I'll be able to send you the link to join me live and share your opinions in relation to what is happening in the opposition team right now. My panelists are almost coming on board in a few minutes. I know some of them will start joining in. But still, I welcome people in the comment section to share with me what they think in relation to Rigathi Gachagua. Allow me welcome them as I'm also sending the links here. Yes, I'm waiting guys to join so that we can start the show today. I'm waiting for guys to start joining. My number is 07405006. This is the Organic Show where people come on board, we talk and say things the way they are. We are waiting for the panelists to join. Meanwhile, in the comment section, can you go to share with me what you think? Allow me exit shortly, then I'll be back. Need to correct something shortly. Yes, it's done. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for those who are joining us here for the first time. My name is Abel Mukua. Today, our topic is the war in the opposition party. In the opposition team, right now as we speak, where leaders have come on board attacking each other on various sentiments, especially now when we saw PNU party leader Peter Munya, then we saw Justin Muturi, a very close associate of Rigathi Gachagua, jointly holding a press statement to respond to Rigathi Gachagua's calls to join the DCP party. And according to them, they're being bullied by Rigathi Gachagua. So on this particular discussion today, we are going to dig deep into that, on what will happen with these particular attacks towards each other in relation to the opposition success towards 2027. For those who are joining me here once again for the first time, if you want to participate in our discussions where you have to come on board as a panel, you just text me the word join to the number there, 0740506234. And then I'll send you the link. From there, you get to join me here. The way these other panelists do, then we get to have a proper discussion in relation to the topic today. Text me the word join on WhatsApp 0740506234, and then I'll send you the link so that you join me live. We get to discuss the topic today, the battles in the opposition team. Okay. Thank you so much, Kevin Oyaro, for joining me live today here. How are you?
Thank you so much, bro. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Glad you joined us today. You know, you're the first person to join us here live today.
Yeah, I'm always the first person.
Thank you so much.
Sisi wote.
Oh, you guys. Oh, today we have the entire family. It's live. You know, you're live on YouTube. Hello.
Sawa, bro. Sawa.
Karibu sana. Now, Kevin, let's go ahead. You guys, you can't be on camera.
Now we can. I can.
Yeah, if you can, get online tuchambue topic ya leo. There's a lot of serious war in the opposition side.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you. Now, given the topic today that we're having, it's about the opposition team fighting each other. Recently, we had people who had a press statement. That's Justin Muturi, Peter Munya, and many others, who are telling Rigathi Gachagua that he should stop bullying them. In just summary, that's what they were saying. Now, we have seen even Matiang'i's team respond that they cannot be bullied. What do you think is happening in the opposition side?
So my brother, I've seen the news. I've seen the section of the opposition complaining that Rigathi Gachagua is bullying them. In my opinion, I don't think that is bullying. What Gachagua is trying to tell those guys is that wajikaze, bring people to your party. Najua, DCP is like a 5 months old, 5 or 6, but he's one of the biggest parties in Kenya through his hard work. So he's trying to tell his fellow opposition members that hebu jikazeni wase, hebu leta watu, make your parties big. Unaona, hata kama tulikuja tukawapata, lakini try and bring people. And I said he gave a very good example, akasema that sijui leo alikuwa Nyeri, kesho atakuwa Nyandarua, kesho kutwa atakuwa wapi, Jumamosi atakuwa wapi. So what is trying to communicate to the members of opposition ni kwamba hebu guys work hard. I think that's my opinion on that.
That's true. That's very true, because Rigathi Gachagua is really working hard.
Yeah, that guy is working. He's working day and night.
Right now he's having delegations going to Waminyoro, receiving them, talking to them, mobilizing them, actually selling, marketing his party well.
Hata jana ndio nilijua that Munya is the party leader PNU. I've never known that. Unaona, yani
he's the party leader PNU.
Instead of complaining, he should focus on building PNU, alete members wengi, so that
so that they can challenge DCP.
Yeah. Hata nyumba yetu Jubilee iko vizuri sana, but nimeona kuna ka effort kadogo, but we need to do more.
They need to do more. The Jubilee team.
Yeah, the Jubilee team need to do more. That guy is working. He's overworking.
In a nutshell, there is no need for them to complain.
Yeah, can you imagine kila mtu kila party every party leader angekuwa na work kama Rigathi, sasa tungekuwa wapi?
Sayo
mtu angekuwa sasa kujipanga State House.
That's true. People could be right now preparing for other things.
Yeah, I think that was a challenge. That was a challenge to the other members of the opposition. They should not be complaining, calling press conferences, complaining like small children. Yeah, they should take it as a challenge and work hard.
That's true. I agree with you completely, because when you look at Rigathi Gachagua right now as we speak, DCP, it is now the most popular in the Mount Kenya region. It's the most popular in the Mount Kenya region.
Not even in the Mount Kenya region. It is one of the popular parties in Kenya right now. Kenya, not even the mountain region.
Nationally. That's true.
Yeah, and it's just 6 or 5 months old.
It found these all other parties.
Yeah, like I think PNU was the one Kibaki formed the government in was it PNU?
Yes, 2007. I mean 2007. It was PNU.
Yeah, 2007 PNU. So I think the members of the opposition should stop complaining like kids. Justin Muturi bana, work hard, leta watu kwa party, sign, ita delegates meeting, tembea Kenya mzima, the same way to Munya.
Someone like Justin Muturi, Rigathi Gachagua left Waminyoro to go on a campaign for him during the by-election, where they were defeated.
Yeah.
It's like Justin Muturi was just sleeping. Rigathi Gachagua did the campaigns alone. And they lost.
Yeah, I had Rigathi Gachagua saying that mi nilienda kwa Justin Muturi, nikalala, akanipea kitanda, akanipea chakula, akanipea maji for 10 days. Just imagine. Mtu anabanda ni nyumba yake anakuja kwako just to support you. I think wangekuwa na
Imagine.
hiyo mindset ya Rigathi Gachagua, tungekuwa hata tunasema ati ni sasa mtu angekuwa ashaanza kuprepare kwenda nyumbani.
Like, you know, to add it on top, it's that when Rigathi Gachagua or maybe Justin Muturi lost the Mbeere North seat, the candidates during that particular by-election, some of them quit the MCA positions to join the MP race. One of them is called Mbui, and that was called Karish. Do you know what happened? Those particular MCA positions, now they were declared vacant and there was to be a by-election. In those particular by-elections, still Justin Muturi lost them to UDA. So it does not have the audacity. He should not complain. He should work hard. Because I don't think even if he is left to campaign, even if zoning is done and Embu County, where he comes from, is left for DP, I don't think they will get anything.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you because I think those guys are lazy. They are lazy. They just like complaining, like lazy kids. I think
they're very lazy.
Come and take it as a challenge and work. Work very hard. I think they have less than a year before the next general elections.
Let's say exactly 1 year.
Yeah, let's say 1 year. They have only 1 year
to do campaigns, to have a secretariat, to give us a flag bearer, to look for funds,
yes,
to organize themselves, which they have failed for the past almost 2 years.
I think, in my opinion, they should not be complaining. They should not be complaining at all.
So, what do you think will happen if they continue this way?
I think if they continue this way, I don't think they have much say in the opposition. The united opposition are very intact, is very united, and without them, I don't think they will have much impact. Even if they leave and join Kenya Kwanza, I don't think there will be much difference to the united opposition.
You know, I was thinking, like, these guys, today I was sharing with someone and he was telling me that the united opposition will not have an option other than just being united.
Yeah.
And the reasons that he was giving, it is that the reasons he was giving is that these opposition leaders, none of them is assured of getting 100 MPs. So even if they win an election in 2027, William Ruto will be having more MPs if they are not united. And you cannot run a government without MPs. So they have to remain together. Small things like these ones, but like the parties from Mount Kenya, for heaven's sake, they are not stronger than DCP party. They should actually fold their parties and join the DCP party.
So I had Rigathi Gachagua made a suggestion today that all the Mount Kenya parties, the one-term Mount Kenya parties, should come together and make one coalition. What do you think about that?
That is amazing. Let them have a coalition, the United Mount Kenya Movement, something like that.
To me, that sounded good.
That one will reduce, even if it's zoning the one, it can be easily done. For those who are watching us from home, my number WhatsApp is 0740506234. You can also text me so that you can be able to see whether we can send you the link and then you join us on WhatsApp. You join us on this platform here as part of the panel. Also, in the comment section, you can engage us. I can see notification headquarters has already texted. You can join us through those platforms by texting so that I see your comments. And then you get to know what you're thinking in relation to the current wars that are being witnessed within the united opposition. Opposition. Let me check what people are saying on the comment section. We can't manage. They can't manage without being united. Now, because of some technical issues, I can't see whether the other panelists are able to join on board. I think we can be able to just continue the show a little bit or before they see whether they can be able to make it through. I'm trying to follow them here, and it's not becoming easy for a number of them. I don't know what could be the technical issue that is disturbing them. But for those who can manage as well to send to join us live, you can either be audio or visual, so long as you can be able to be audible when you speak and give your points. The number is 0740506234. Just text me on WhatsApp. I send you the link, and then we'll be able to share here as a team so that you tell me what do you think that is happening right now. Podium 254 changed the format. I can try to join you in, but I'm seeing that it's refusing. Please change the format and get back in another format. You know how this works. Sometimes if you don't put your camera on, it might not accept. Just put the camera on and then probably close it later. I've tried to join you, but good. Podium 254, karibu sana.
Yes, brother.
How are you? Thank you so much. It's been a while since we saw you here.
Yes, though sauti iko chini.
Yangu.
Yako.
It must be your phone because the other guy is getting me. Kevin, can you hear me well from your side?
Yeah, you are loud and clear.
So you can see Podium 254.
Problem is my
I'm
phone.
not here. Yeah, it could be your phone. You can restart it so that you get back.
Can I just get out and then come back?
It's okay.
Okay.
But from your side, you're very audible. We can hear you loud and clear from your side. But I think now once you restart your phone, it will be easy. Podium 254, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, let's proceed now. What do you think is happening in the united opposition from where you stand? First of all, welcome, and it's good to have you here after a long time.
Yes.
We missed your insights here. People are calling me to ask me, where did you take the young boy? The Jay-Z, the lawyer, the student.
He's back.
Thank you so much for creating time to be here after a long time, months. Now, what do you think is happening in the united opposition?
Ni wazee tu wako na shida zao. Egos here and there. Yeah, because it's about their selfish interests. they really don't care about Kenyans, kwa sababu kama Wakenya wa kawaida wanawabembeleza to just unite, kuungana tu
inakuwa ngumu.
Sasa can you imagine if they join government, they are in the same government, how will they operate?
And like we assume they have won an election.
Yes, assume they have won the election. Mwingine aanze sisi ndio tulileta kura nyingi kwa hii serikali, sisi ndio tuko na wabunge wengi.
Mwingine asema kuna pesa.
Mwingine asema sisi ndio tulileta pesa ya kuleta hii serikali. Wengine waseme acheni kunyanyasa sisi wa makabila madogo. So at the end of the day, it will just end up like after 2002, where these guys don't have any common goal. Ni Wakenya tu wanawasukuma that unganeni tutoe Kasongo. It will just happen like 2002 when Kenyans forced the opposition then to unite and take Moi home. Then after taking Moi home, wakavurugana hapo ndani. Yeah, they started fighting themselves. So it will still happen again. Yeah, so it's basically egos za wazee who have no agenda for this country.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
What should be the solution?
Si ni Wakenya tu waambie ukweli. I mean, for example, let's tell Rigathi Gachagua the truth that, look here Rigathi, we like the work you are doing to push Kasongo. You are dropping bombs, you are dropping nuclear weapons against Kasongo. But ikifika kwa mambo ya kuongoza nchi, tafadhali Rigathi Gachagua, kaa kando, please.
As easy as
kwa
that.
Sababu sasa, as easy as that. But tunajua, trust me, you can't tell me that Mount Kenya wako na shorter memory loss. Huwezi niambia ati Mount Kenya ati wako na short memory, that washasahau vitu ilifanyika 2023, that they don't know the behaviors of Rigathi. It's only that Rigathi is the warrior from the region at the moment. But I don't think that Gachagua kwa debe, a normal person can go and vote for Gachagua, that he wants change. Actually, if you can,
Why?
If you can vote for Gachagua and you want change, then you are abnormal. You are abnormal. Iko shida hapa. It's either you are tribal, uko na shida ya akili, hakuna sababu ngine. It's either you are tribal, ignorant, emotional, ama uko na mental issues. Nothing else.
I don't think you know, when I look at what is happening right now.
Yes.
I have this strong feeling that the issue is not regarding Gachagua buying.
Yes.
The issue is at the party level, where these opposition leaders are not working as hard as Rigathi Gachagua does. And now, we saw from Mbeere North how DP party lost terribly, both the MP seats and the 2 MCA positions where there were by-elections. To UDA, Justin Muturi did not win even a single MCA position. That means at the local level, DP is not accepted. Now it is ideal for them to accept the reality that DCP is the most popular.
It does not mean that
And then
DP
now,
is not a. You
not
see,
a,
it does not mean that DP is not supported by the people kwa ground. You see,
what
we
was
must
that?
agree.
What was that?
We must agree that there is local politics ya huko Mbeere. There is clanism. It's more of local politics. You get me? Where Mudende comes from, the largest clan there. Hello.
Let's talk of the MCA.
MCA ni party gani ilipewa? Si ni DCP?
UDA ilishinda. No, ni DP.
DP. Okay, you see, to be honest, when I say these wazees, Justin Muturi is one of the wazees. They think that all they can offer to Kenyans is just Ruto must go and slogans. They have nothing. They are empty. Muturi, Gachagua, Eugene Wamalwa, hao wote kikapu moja.
So,
I know you see, we are all in opposition. We are all in opposition, but we must tell each other the truth. Sasa, for example, let's say Justin Muturi, 30 years ago today, Justin Muturi, actually something like 35 years ago today, Justin Muturi was a magistrate or a judge of the High Court of Kenya. He was in the judiciary. Akamaliza, akakuja akakuwa MP. Unaona? Akakuja akakuwa speaker. 10 years ya Uhuru, Justin Muturi was a speaker. Kwa hii serikali ya Kasongo, Justin Muturi amekuwa Attorney General 2 years, akakuwa Minister of Public Service 1 year. So it means this guy has been in the Moi government, ameserve, amekuja kwa government ya Kibaki, he was an MP there. Uhuru government, he has served as the Speaker of the National Assembly 10 years. One of the worst parliaments we ever had. The parliament ambayo iliangalia Uhuru akikopa madeni mingi sana. Ambayo it's the parliament that is responsible of our debt burden at the moment, because they didn't oversight the treasury, and it's their work, you see. And the leader of that parliament was Justin Muturi for 10 years. The same guy who was the Attorney General when things like SHA were passed. These housing manenos, afford this other thing of SHA, inaitwaje? Social health. All these things passed by Kasongo. He was the Attorney General. Lazima alieka seal hapo that it's lawful as the chief lawyer of the government. Sasa Justin atakuja kubadilisha nini? Gachagua has been a DO since the 90s, and anyone who was a DO during the 90s must have been a favorite of Moi. Moi's favorite, because a DO was a very powerful person, actually an assistant chief. Mokuwa, si unajua Keboko? Keboko was just an assistant chief, but he was influential, very powerful, anaogopwa vibaya. Just an assistant chief. Now imagine Gachagua was a DO, yani utoke assistant chief ukuje chief, alafu sasa Gachagua amesimamia an entire division. So this was a favorite of Moi. Na rumor has it that jamaa alisimamishwa kazi kwa sababu ya kuiba chakula ya msaada. The same guy came back hapo through his brother Nderitu Gachagua. When he died, the guy came as a member of parliament in 2017. You saw Osoro describing him as a good dealer. Osoro himself said that Gachagua taught him dealership. And Gachagua himself said that in Uhuru's government, he didn't do business vizuri, hakufanya biashara. So he was expecting that wakiunda serikali ya Ruto watafanya biashara. But now let's be human beings, Mukua. Now nataka uniambie, however bad you are, Mukua, let's say you are the deputy president of Kenya. Is it possible that out of the 14 MPs, 16 MPs from the Gusii region, is it possible that Mukua wote wakukatae?
Wakipewa pesa wanaweza ba. Wakipewa wote wakipewa pesa.
Mukua, trust me, basi uko na shida. No. Gachagua was voted out by like 200 and what? 260 something. Almost 380 to 80, almost 280 out of 360. And hao wengine wenye wakumpigia hata si wa Mlima, ni wa outside. His own tribesmen voted him out. What does that tell? It tells a lot about you. And you can see again, hao wase wako DCP sahi, if they find a chance of impeaching Rigathi Gachagua after the 2027 election, they will do it.
Why?
Because Gachagua, unajua sahi kwenda wa Munyoro ilipanda bei after ya Olkalau.
Continue.
Yes, after the Olkalau by election, kwenda wa Munyoro ilipanda bei sana. So ndo upewe ticket ya DCP itakuwa kazi. And remember, Mount Kenya hawajazoea kupeana dondo wapate ticket. You get that? But now really introducing that thing. Sahi ndo upate ticket ya DCP, you must be moneyed vizuri. And obvious, guys with a lot of cash don't make good leaders. That's a fact. So in other words, Gachagua is trying to create another ODM. So if these guys watalipia hiyo pesa na wapite, and they get another chance of throwing Rigathi Gachagua under the bus without getting consequences, they will do it. And I told you that a man never changes his behavior.
Now, are you trying to say that these leaders who are complaining about Rigathi Gachagua have a right to do that? Like they should do that?
Yeah, they have.
None of their parties is above DCP. None. Gachagua just formed the party a few months ago and they have taken over the Mount Kenya region. Where were they? So that they can have the same command.
So let me ask you a question. Does that then mean that if Gachagua will manage to consolidate many supporters or votes from Mount Kenya, then he should be given the to flag the candidate of opposition?
That is, even Mount Kenya itself, they are free. They are allowed to do that. They should. As we get to the 2027, what I can advise is that we have to be reminded.
You see, Mukua, let's be honest. In this country, it's now 63 years. We've had presidents from two tribes. Mkikuyu anashika akimaliza anapea Mkale, Mkale anamaliza anarudisha Mkikuyu, Mkikuyu tena akimaliza anapea Mkikuyu, Mkikuyu anamaliza anarudishia Mkale. Sasa tena Mkale atoke, relax, tena Mkale atoke tena aturudishie tena Mkikuyu mwingine.
Msipojipanga watarudisha.
No. Then I think Raila Odinga failed us in 2017.
By doing what?
When he went to do an handshake, we wanted to have our Kenya, then they remain with the Central Republic of Kenya. Ambayo wanaungana hapo Wakale na Wakikuyu so that they alternate.
Why do you blame Kenya on that?
I don't blame them.
Well, then what
look here, they're refusing to subscribe to the idea of the Kenyan dream. They have refused totally.
How?
Look here, in 2002,
yeah, I can hear you.
Let's go back to 1992, where Matiba goes to Jaramogi and tells him that, look, we are going to make you president. And Jaramogi tells Matiba that, remember what you did to us in 1966. You see what had happened earlier between Jaramogi and Kenyatta. To an extent, Kenyatta made the Kikuyu people to take an oath that they cannot vote for a Luo. So Matiba agrees to support Jaramogi. They form called Ford Party, Forum of Restoration of Democracy. When they form Ford, Matiba goes abroad. Somehow Moi and his boys managed to convince Matiba that he has numbers. And Matiba comes, anaruka Jaramogi and he says, let the people decide. So we were supposed to take Moi home in 1992. But because of the same thinking that we have numbers, I have numbers.
It's not a thinking, it's real.
Yes, it took, Moi went 10 years later. Moi was to go in 1992, but because of this thing of, did the numbers work in 1992? They didn't. Because iligawanywa hivi. Now, come to 2002, I have explained well that we had an ideology. Kwamba, kazi yetu si kuchukua Moi nyumbani peke yake. We should get a new constitution ambayo will undo and reduce the powers of the president kama zile Moi alikuwa nazo. But what does Kibaki do after getting to power? Anaturuka and he goes to Kilifi, comes with a draft that wants to add the president powers instead of reducing. You see, we differentiate ideologically. 205 referendum, Chungwa, banana, where the Raila side is Chungwa, Kibaki and his team, banana, and they lose. We all know what they did in the 2007 elections. We come to 2013. This is Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. People had committed crimes against humanity.
Who voted for them? Kenyans.
Which Kenyans?
They were voted for by Kenyans across the country.
Over 47% of the votes was Kikuyus and the Kalenjins. Ingine ilikuwa tu ya kujazia. You see, now this same Kiuks, after voting for Ruto, and actually Ruto had butchered them in 2007, they voted again for them that they want to protect their son from Hague. Uhuru steals Eurobond money in 2014, 2015. Raila makes a lot of noise. Wanamwambia mganga ajui kitu yoyote kuhusu economy. You see, in 2017, Ruto uses that to campaign against Uhuru. They
I hope
again voted.
You are going to tell me the relationship between that and the complaints the other parties have.
Yes. I will join them.
Okay.
So again, again, the Kikuyus vote back Uhuru and Ruto in 2017. Now in 2022 again, now they vote for Ruto. Ruto had butchered them. You see, now this Ruto ameingia ati tena amekuwa mbaya. Now they want to bring now Gachagua again. And this is where we say, look here, this thing is not about you Kikuyus, it's about Kenya. Si mambo yenu at sijui correcting your mistakes, that now you must have your own way. Now they are telling us that if it's not Gachagua, then wacha Ruto abaki.
You see, the sentiments that are coming out right now,
yes,
in relation with not Gachagua Ruto back, it is the wars that are coming against the Mount Kenya people. All these opposition people, they depend on Mount Kenya. Where's pick up to Mboko or anyway, let me get what David has to say. David Karibu, how are you?
No. You see, before he comes in, I would like to tell you, Mokwa, that look here, they should put ego aside. Hii mambo ya numbers ndo imetu derail from achieving the Kenyan dream so far.
19254. Let's be very honest here. As much as you are arguing about the Kuyus Galaxies, let us be very honest. Gachagua has been the top when it comes to hard work. DCP has dominated. If there's somebody who has led them the one-term slogan or the one-term movement, it is regarding Gachagua. While he's doing meetings at Wamunyoro, spending his money and many other things and his time well, these are the opposition leaders. Where are they? Now, when they ask for the top, why is it becoming an issue?
Can I ask you, Mokwa? Is our work rewarding people for hard work?
But we need to appreciate those who are helping us.
Bro, we have a country to save, and Wamunyoro and change cannot be in the same line.
No, it's okay. It might not even be Gachagua.
My point is, you see, Mokwa, my point is that I'm very disappointed that Mount Kenya is following someone like Rigathi Gachagua.
No, wait. That's my disappointment. Don't be disappointed with what Mount Kenya.
No. Come on, how can we say that we want to move Ruto and we have Rigathi as our leader?
The issue that we are talking about today, it's about the complaints these people had against Rigathi Gachagua.
Yes, they are true.
The complaints, they can be true. But now Rigathi Gachagua made a statement based on the idea that these people are not working hard. Have you looked at that aspect?
Can I ask you, Mokwa?
No, let me just finish, then I give you that chance. You're not working hard, then you are given a chance in 2027 due to big C, he gets to Mount Kenya. Who will be blamed? Who will suffer?
Let me ask you, Mokwa.
So you go to the popular party that can be able to get for you votes.
Mokwa, listen. When Linda Mwananchi wanted to go to Olkalau, what did Rigathi Gachagua say? Musilete kierere hapa.
That's Linda Mwananchi.
He said that asha loko huko. Kwani Linda Mwananchi is not part of opposition?
It's a different one.
You see, now you want to differentiate it. Rigathi Gachagua is the same person when Matiang'i alikuwa ameanza kucampaign nationwide. He was really focusing in Mount Kenya. Gachagua said that kila mtu aende kwao nyumbani aunganishi. So and Matiang'i felt for Gachagua's trap. Akarudi Kisii. As we speak today, Matiang'i has completely secured Gusii region behind him. Ashamaliza assignment Gachagua alimpea. If it's the Kamba votes, Kalonzo has the Kamba votes nyuma kwa mgongo, the way Rigathi told them. Now, what else is Rigathi Gachagua saying that waeke bidii gani? And already alishawatoa kwa nini, akasema endeni nyumbani muunganisha alafu mkuje kwa meza. Wamekuja wameunganisha, wanataka kukuja kwa meza. Again you start telling them that you are lazy, munataka boardroom. You see, Mokwa, you are from Kisii, you know that Matiang'i's word is law, right? Yes. What else does Rigathi Gachagua want?
You guys work hard. Move.
Which hard? You see, you have quantified this hard. You have already united your people behind you.
I'm getting your point. You want to say
Yes.
that they've done what they were expected to do by Gachagua.
Yes. Now again,
So
after doing it, again you are told that you are not working hard.
David.
Matiang'i used to go to Mount Kenya with Kina Wamshomba. Yes.
Mkua,
Yes, they betrayed him. Yes, David, how are you?
it seems that we are a stranger here, so tunakaa kwa line tunangoja utupe
Pole.
nafasi kama moderator. Tunaona sasa tunakaa
Pole,
I want to
Pole,
give you enough time. I want to give you enough
David.
time.
lakini unafaa kuweka mtu. So acha tuende
Aha.
mbio.
Yes.
Sasa siasa tuipige venye iko. Tusianze kusema eti hatufai kuuliza watu wa mlima swali eti sababu wanataka kutusupport. Hata wasipo support ni sawa. Wasupport mwenye wanaona tutakutana kwa tepe. Hiyo point number 1. Isikuwe ya kwamba eti tunawaogopa. Point number 2, Gachagua aheshimu kila mtu. Akisema eti nyinyi mnafanya siasa kwa boardroom, sijui mnatembea kama miti. Hiyo ni yani matamshi yake actually ni mbaya. Number 3, sasa inaonekana peupe kwamba Rigathi kufanya kazi na yeye ni ngumu. Hata kama mtamsifu niache, ni ngumu kufanya kazi na Gachagua. Sababu Gachagua alikuwa kwa serikali. Hiyo ndio Kibagendi alisema. By the way, watu wanasema saa hii ametuma akina Metu, akina Karungu Atango wanaanza kumwambia eti wewe ni moli wa Ruto. So wewe ukikosoa Gachagua amesema vibaya, wewe ni moli wa Ruto. Unaona? Nani Kibagendi alimwambia wewe ulikuja ukatupata kwa opposition. Ndio utupasue tukuje tuungane. Ukisaa tudarau sasa tunaungana juu ya nini? Na wacha nikwambie mahali shida iko. Unajua hii kitu yote unaona hasira ya Gachagua si kitu ingine. It's about Jubilee. Sababu uliona wakisherekea eti tumemalizana na Jubilee. Sababu Matiang'i si Mkisii na hizi vitu tutaishi sasa kuisema. Sasa siasa imeanza si kufichana. Jubilee imepewa Mkisii na si Mkikuyu. Sasa wanafiri si mmoja wao. So wakimuona akisunguka wanafiri kwamba hii chama si yetu. Uhuru hafai kusupport mtu kabila mwingine.
Uongo.
Ukweli. Wacha sikiza, mimi nasema, wewe unasema ni uongo lakini mimi nitakupea example. Chedi Kiara wa Naivasha alisema na Kikuyu akaambia mpaka akatranslate na Kiswahili. Uhuru, wewe wa Kikuyu walikukosea nini? 2022 ukaleta Raila. 2027 unataka kuleta Matiang'i. Wewe uoni Mkikuyu mwenye unaweza support. So wanafiri wao wako entitled. Wacha nikupea example moja yenye branda yenye Raila alifanya. Raila alifukuza Wetangula kama majority leader. Akaweka Orengo Mjaruo. Unajua Raila wakati alikuwa anasimama automatic kura za Wajaruo zilikuwa zake. So Wetangula akamwambia you will be messy, you will be with casualties. Ukweli ikakuwa na casualties. kura za Bungoma 200,000 na ndio zilifanya Raila akashi. So branda, usitarau wengine ni wachache. Hata wakipiga block Wakisii wajiondoe. Saa hii Matiang'i akijiondoa na Wakisii aende kwa Ruto, kutakuwa nini? Sababu hii ni politics, support interest. Mmetukataa hapa, basi wacha tuende kwa Ruto. Hata watapaki kufanya nini? Mkua, ni wewe nauliza tu swali. Sasa sisi tukifiri tumekataliwa kwa Gachagua, tuingie kwa Ruto sababu politics is support interest. Gachagua atafanya nini?
Tutakuwa tumefanya
Wakisii mtasaidia Ruto nini?
Kumpea, okay. Si tuko na 1 million. Assume Matiang'i ameconsolidate. Unaona? Na Uhuru amwambie sasa hii chama yako nataka ikuwe strong, alafu uipeleke hapo kwa Ruto. Ruto saa hii Matiang'i saa hii akionekana State House na Ruto, kutakuwa aje?
Nikuulize swali ya kujibu hiyo yako.
Niulize.
Saa hii Ruto akishikana na Gachagua anahitaji Matiang'i?
Hawezi rudiana. Ongojea. Kwa Gachagua nayo unajua
mkiendelea hizi timu zingine za United Opposition akina Matiang'i, akina Kalonzo, akina the quiet kings of Kalenjin land hawapigi kelele. They will unite with Mount Kenya and you guys, there's nothing you will do. They'll produce a content after Ruto.
Mokua.
And you'll keep complaining.
Sikiza, ikifika ni presidents. Ikifika ni president. Unajua hata ile chama ya DCP walienda tu kukura pesa huko na mbona hawakuichagua ishinde. Ikifika ni presidents hapo Emuru wa Dikir.
Emuru wa Dikir, in fact, Gachagua did very well.
Hapo ndio nasema kwa siasa si eti you did very well, you win. Kwa siasa is about winning. Hata Raila ameishi kufanya vizuri, anakuja number 2. So in politics is either you win hata ukirusi. Unaona saa hii kuna chama tuseme UDA ilipeleka pesa huko Olekarau, lakini wanasema Jubilee ilipata 28 votes. Wote walikuwa losers. Ule mtu aliwini ni mmoja wa DCP. So nilikuwa najaribu kusema siasa venye inaenda sasa, watu wengine watafika wafiri kwamba okay, sisi umetuambia wewe uko na kura mingi, na Gachagua mimi nilikuwa nakuambia kutoka kitambo yeye anataka Kalonzo sababu Kalonzo anaonekana akiwa msoft, anaweza kumcontrol, amwambie nipe hii. So kuna vita kati ya Gachagua na Uhuru. Hiyo nayo msichukulie hivi. Sasa shida iko Gachagua anataka aspirant wengi waingie kwa chama yake. Unajua ukiingia hapo unalipa pesa. Sijui kama unajua, kuna clip nilikutumia huyu wa Mumbi. Gachagua amemwandikia message na WhatsApp, uje unitumie pesa. Akamwambia mimi sina pesa ya kukupea. Live kwa television. Paka akapea Rashid Abdalla akasema, akamwambia hii utanitumia. Kwa hivyo Gachagua ni blocker, ako hapo. Uliona kando wa Olekarau ako converse akasema alikuwa amempea 2 million.
Anauza tiketi ya DCP. Anauza tiketi na bado nomination anakupea hopes. Yeye ako na mtu kwa mind, yeye ni kufanya biashara. Na baada hajakupea tiketi lakini unampea 2 million.
Haya, nataka tuende hii scenario. Naulizanga watu Mokua hivi. Unaona mtu kama Ndindi Nyoro, si unaona amenyamaza? Si ndio? Si anadarau Matiang'i saa hii.
Ndindi Nyoro.
Huyo wa Munyoro anadarau Matiang'i sababu venye ana nini from the word go alikuwa anamdarau eti wewe enda Kisii utengeneze chama. Hakukuwa anataka akuje na Jubilee sababu alikuwa anajua Jubilee iko na tu na Jubilee iko na structure yenye atakuja kuinherit, hakuwa anataka hiyo. So tuashumu ya kwamba Matiang'i amekuwa presidential candidate, hata kwa wakienda kivyao si lazima wakuwe united opposition, alafu waende sababu ya political future. Unajua Ndindi Nyoro amesa serve 2 terms, akona pension, si ndio? Na amemeki pesa hii miaka 5, so hata akikaa ingine 5 nje hata kuliwa na njaa, na ni mtu anafanya kazi. Matiang'i Uhuru aende kwa Ndindi Nyoro amuite, amwambie wewe ni kijana yangu, wewe kuwa running mate wa Matiang'i, si ndio? Tuende tu hiyo scenario pole pole tu. Haya, Ndindi Nyoro akubali. Haya, tuende sasa. Kalonzo Gachagua amesupport Kalonzo, si ndio? Running mate atatoka mlima nani? Hawawezi,
wanataka kumpea Medhu, wanataka kuweka Kalonzo na Medhu.
Uwezi fanya hivyo. Wakamba na Wakikuyu wamepakana, utoa nini? Ni kama uniambie Sifuna na Matiang'i hawawezi kuwa hiyo iwezi ingia hiyo ticket.
Haiwezi work.
Haiko kwa katiba, lakini mtasamo, unajua unataka kubalance. Unaona? So ikiwa Gachagua atasupport Kalonzo ni sawa, lakini running mate hawatapata. So wewe unafikiria Wakikuyu watapiga wapi? Ni mahali mtu wao wako running mate, ama ni kwa Gachagua mahali hawana kitu? Jiulize hiyo swali.
Martin.
Jibu hiyo kwanza. Wewe kwa mtazamo wako.
Mount Kenya has a way it's doing its things. Sisi tunaona tunaelewa, lakini hakuna mtu hapa anaelewa.
Lakini
we can give opinions on how they operate. People can say this, others can say that.
We know how they operate. We know how they operate.
That's why we complain they produce a president, and we produce another in 2032. Here, as we keep on complaining, Mount Kenya.
No.
We should wake up as a team and evaluate what they are doing.
Mokwa. This country will never have another Kikuyu president until kabila ngine ishike hapa katikati. Hatuwezi toka kwa Mkalenjin kurudi kwa Mkikuyu, trust me.
Mokwa.
Mimi even if Kikuyu will come in 2027 against William.
Wacha mimi nitangaze hivi.
Tangaza basi tusikie.
Mimi kuanzia leo mimi nimeapa hivi, sababu mimi najua siasa ya Gachagua, na mimi sikose. Mimi siasa nachukua mtazamo kunini mahali popote Gachagua anaingia, hiyo ni losing side. Wacha na hii maneno anawaambia yako na mlima iwezi decide peke yao. Anategewa hapo sababu yeye anahubiri ukabila. Unajua visa hapa chini leo nimepatana na wazee 3 wa mlima, wananiambia siasa ya Gachagua hawataki. Ukiwaambia mtu wenu si Gachagua, anakuambia kijana, unasikia? So ni nyinyi mnamuona kwa magari tu anaupitia. Wale watu wanachora au power ina drive hawamtaki. Unaona? Acha ni
I have a Mount Kenya person on board.
Ndio wacha nimalizie sababu naweza kosa kuongea. Niongea huko mwisho tukifuka. So mimi nimetekelea hivi. Mahali popote Gachagua anaingia, sababu indication mimi dhamira yangu inaniambia hivyo. Akiingia hapo, na unaona Wajaluo hawataki kuingia mahali anaingia. Wanaambia Matiang'i, kama unataka kura zetu toka kwa Gachagua. Sifuna wanamwambia kama unataka kura zetu toka. Si unaona Malala saa hii watembea na Gachagua na ni deputy party leader. Ameambiwa hapa Kakamega ndio uchaguliwe my friend. Sababu yeye amefunga mlima na sisi tutafunga. Western. Hiyo ni siasa gani sasa? Raila alikuwa anataka kusema anataka kuwa kama Raila, lakini Raila alikuwa na impress, alikuwa hata Turkana na chama yake inachaguliwa. So mimi ile kitu naimiza Matiang'i aende kwa debe peke yake, Wakenya waamue huko, tukue kama mpira hivyo tu.
Martin,
acha niulize David na Gachagua akisupport Matiang'i utasemaje?
Siwezi. Okay. Sawa, acha nimjibu. Mimi kulingana na venye nimefanya venye watu wanasema, Gachagua akisupport Matiang'i anaanguka. Tumekuja kujua ule mtu watu hawataki sababu ya ukabila, na mtakuja kuniambia Gachagua sasa anafaa kulitaya sababu siasa anapiga si siasa ya kupatanisha. Alienda anatusi akina Munya, anatusi akina nani wasee wakubwa, akina Lini Kifuti. Yaani mtu yoyote mwenye akona chama yake anamuita wewe ni msaliti, wewe sijui nini. So mimi mimi nataka nini?
David, in a scenario where Ruto sponsors a party in Mount Kenya.
Yeah.
Do you want Gachagua to keep quiet? In a scenario where Ruto sponsors a party in Mount Kenya, should Gachagua keep quiet? And how do you know that?
Sawa, mimi naweza sema
discipline ya Ruto. Sijui mbona unaenda mbali.
Sababu nini hapo? Hizi vyama zote anapiga, alitoka kwa serikali akasipata hapo, sikiwa kwa opposition walitushinda. So akiambia akina DP wajifunje chama zao waingie hapo, si alipata hapo. Yeye ndiye alitoka kwa serikali, Ruto alimtuma afungue DCP. So tunaweza muita yeye ndio sponsored candidate wa Ruto.
Na ule mtu mwenye analia mall sana, mwenye analia ati mall, huyo ndo mall mkubwa. How comes wao watu wa DCP, mtu yoyote mwenye akona divergent opinion wanamuita mall?
Alafu kitu kingine nikuulize Abel, wewe ulisikia Matiang'i jana akiongea? Ni Kibagenge aliongea, lakini ametuma akina Ngogoyo huyu wa Narok anaanza kusema eti Matiang'i ndiye aliandikia Kibagenge venye anaongea. Unaona? Anasema eti Kibagenge Matiang'i alifield candidate huko Narok town, alifield huko Olekarau, na Gachagua anasema no zoning. Kwani yeye ikifika kwake no zoning, lakini wengine wakiweka anasema mall. Mahali mimi nimetekelea hivi, mahali Gachagua anaingia, mimi siwezi support hapo.
Would you like
ile kitu unajua?
I would like to hear David. Where would you like Matiang'i to get votes from? If it were you now trying to calculate from Matiang'i, angepata kura wapi? Una expect atoe wapi in 2027 ndio ashinde?
Hapo nikuulize. Gachagua anasimama?
Anaweza simama. It's free.
Saa hii anatangaza tuseme aspa nao. Kuna mahali amesema na amezindua presidential candidate
amesema.
Oh, so kama
is impeached, he cannot.
No, amesema na all options are going to be exhausted.
Hapana, Sifuna alisema once you are impeached huwezi simama, kwani Sifuna si ni lawyer? Si uliona akiuliza kwa TV?
Mkuu, hata mimi nitasimama niseme nataka nitasimama 2027 president.
Na sasa
anatoa wapi kura?
Nani?
Matiang'i. Where do you guys expect apate kura in 2027?
Haya. Wacha nimjibu. Kwani wewe fenye unafikiria wewe unafikiria historia ya watu wa mlima ni wanafuata kiongozi ama kiongozi ndiye anawafuata?
Kiongozi ndiye anawafuata.
Haya, Gachagua wakati alienda 45 retreat hii yenye anasema anakusanya maoni, Ulisikia anamalizia wapi kuenda kuongea na ndugu yake Uhuru? Anaenda kumwambia nini?
Report vile watu wanasema.
Haya, Uhuru akimwambia hao watu wamesema, lakini mimi nimesema ni Matiang'i, atasema nini? Atatoka aseme sasa Matiang'i ni mori, sababu unaenda kuongea na mtu already hapo na candidate wewe una.
Uhuru atasikiza ground.
Yeah?
Uhuru atasikiza ground.
Wacha nikuulize tena, saa hii Pauline Njoroge kuna post aliweka ikiwa open. Ni nani who is the preferred candidate katika opposition in 2027? Nani alichukua hizo kura?
Matiang'i.
So kwa nini useme nani Matiang'i wakikosana na Gachagua politically hatapata kura Mount Kenya?
Gachagua is very little.
Is very little, lakini na yeye sasa atapata wale watu little watamuataki. Unajua sababu
mimi kama Mwangi Maina nini 2027
manani wamekuwa Uhuru akisimama aseme niliwaambia waacha kufuata Gachagua na amewapeleka kwa shimo. Si unasikianga wanasema wanaongojea Uhuru aongee. Ni nani aliwaletea shida? Si Gachagua aliwapeleka akawapeleka kwa Ruto.
Mbona tunie mate iliali wito ipo. Kuna mati hapa atuambie wanangojea Uhuru aongee. Mato, are you guys waiting for it?
Wacha nikwambie mahali Matiang'i atapata kura sasa. Ikiwa watu wa Mlima watasema wao watapigia mtu wao Gachagua tu assume anasimama. Unajua hizo kura asiwezi enda kwa Ruto, asiwezi enda kwa Kalonzo na kwa Matiang'i, si watapigia Gachagua. Sote tuseme hata kama ni block. Sasa Matiang'i atapata kura kwa hizi kwa watu wengine, ataenda Western, atarokota, ataenda Kisii, ataenda Turkana. Matiang'i next week anaenda Turkana. Lakini Gachagua yeye hako Mlima. Hawezi ongea sentence Mlima. Si aende Turkana, aongee na watu Turkana wamjue. Ni mobilization gani anazinda Mlima?
Gachagua amewafanyia nini? Tuanzie hapo. Gachagua amewafanyia nini?
It's very simple.
Gachagua. Kwani Justin Muturi aliwaambia nini? Mna complain hapa.
We have a Kenyan dream whereby anyone can lead this country regardless of the tribe they come from.
Who has stopped Uzi from producing a presidential candidate?
Yes, where we look at the qualities of a leader, not the second name.
Present your candidate.
But now the problem is, listen, just let me. The problem is. Acha malize ndo nikuje basi.
Haya, Martin, what were you saying? Podium 254.
Podium 254 ako removed from reality. Like realistically, for you to become a president, you have to mobilize people. Now you have to emerge victorious through votes.
Not any other thing.
Not any other thing.
David Ngoja amaliza kazi yake. David Ngoja.
Bana, you are not a good moderator.
There is no There is no single person or any single tribe yenye imefungiliwa from becoming a president. All you need to do is persuade people
to vote for you.
Vote for you, sindio? Na you emerge victorious.
But now,
with that in mind, unafaa kujua like hiyo ndo kitu unafaa kufanya, alright? So you have to strategically hunt for the votes, slowly by slowly, na basically Kenya venye iko voting patterns zetu ni tribal.
And you need tribal mobilization.
So you have to do the tribal mobilization though we emerge victorious.
And Mount Kenya got 5.2.
Mount Kenya being the most populous community.
Matiang'i needs the votes.
Inawapea an edge.
It places you somewhere where Mtu will be tensed. Hiyo mkingangana mkienda hata matongeni kikisi basi mtu asisikie.
Listen, Mokoa.
Wacha matamalize.
That's the reality yenye iko. Alafu nyinyi wote mnajua mi si fan wa Gachagua sana, lakini I'll admit sahi currently is the leader with the largest following kwa hii region ya Mount Kenya. Na hiyo that was clear. That was clear in the reason.
Acha malize tu, nitakutia nafasi uongee hadi andika chini. Martin malize.
That was very clear in the recent by elections, ndio. So he sort of has the largest influence in that region, all right?
Yes.
Now with that influence lazima tu akuwe a consideration in the coming elections. Now the likes of kina Munya na kina Muturi, the truth ni they are lazy, very lazy.
I'm getting to my first here.
They're very lazy. Even Matiang'i himself is very lazy, very very lazy.
Wao umemwona Kuria vile amemobilize vizuri.
Very very lazy. He should be doing that. Anafaa kuwa akifanya hivyo. Unaona hivyo venye amefanya Kuria.
You see, for these people,
Ngoja malize tu Martin.
Anarudia ile maneno kiongozi wake anasema. Alafu anakuja kutuambia hapa eti amsupport.
Jamaa.
Gachagua reflects the thinking of the people of Mount Kenya.
Martin alimaliza mkaongea. Acha amalize. Martin continue.
The way the people of Mount Kenya thinks, the way they think of Gachagua.
David. Acha tu Martin amalize. And then we give you argument. No, let him finish. Hajamaliza. Martin continue.
Matiang'i, najua ukweli huuma. Matiang'i, Kalonzo and the rest of the opposition guys, they are very very lazy, very very lazy. If they had wangekuwa wanaweka effort tu kaa Gachagua, wangekuwa like way mbali sana in terms of like consolidating their bases na bado still getting support from other regions. For instance, Matiang'i himself venye Abel amesema sahi ameenda Kuria na he's doing well, right?
Yes,
he needs to be doing that. He needs to be doing that more and more. Tumuone huko hivyo Ujaluoni, aende huko hivyo aombe support.
Kwa nini Gachagua asiende Ujaluoni yeye?
Tulia.
Kwa nini Gachagua anatafuta update? Kwa nini yeye asiende Ujaluoni?
Tulia.
Wacha niku
Martin ongea. Okay.
Mokwe
Acha
tell him.
wacha niulize Martin swali. Yaendelee.
Aha.
Utamuuliza. This is the shida. You'll ask the question when Martin is done.
Wacha aulize.
I don't know you.
Amenipea. Sawa, wacha nimuulize. Martin, ukipata umesema upendi Gachagua.
Aha.
Ukimpata yeye ndio wameweka kama presidential candidate.
Aha.
Utafuata mtu mwenye upendi?
Nani Gachagua?
Gachagua
siwezi mpigia kura. Mimi siwezi
So,
mpigia kura.
Okay,
Mimi
kama
hata
umpigia
simfuati.
sawa.
Mimi
Sawa,
simfuati. Abel anaweza attest hapa hivi, mimi sifuatangi Gachagua. Mimi si fano wake.
Sawa, nikuulize.
Aha.
Gachagua, sasa sisi tukimwangalia kama atapewa, ngojea, apart from Mulima, si unasema to consolidate or a consolidate. Already Matiang'i amesha kubalika Kisii. Sasa nataka unitajie Gachagua apart from Mulima ameconsolidate wa Turkana. Unaona?
Wacha nikwambie sasa. Gachagua in as much as unaweza claim haja consolidate. For instance, alienda Masailand na akashinda by election in Masailand in Narok County, si ndio?
Sawa.
Walikuwa na by election huko hivyo Western na DCP pia bado still ilishinda. Alright? Walikuwa na by election Murodikir. Na they had a good number of votes, si ndio? That shows you umse bado still ana make efforts into other regions, si ndio? However, now compare to Jubilee na kina PNU huko hivyo Kalau. Did you even see Matiang'i himself go to campaign for the Jubilee candidate in Kalau?
Matiang'i. Martin. Hata nikukosoa tu kidogo hiyo ya Narok umesema. Unajua te major nini kuna Wakikuyu wengi huko Narok town.
Kunao
hata Wakisii walipigia wewe jamaa DCP.
It's a predominant.
Unaona, utasema kwani unataka kuassume eti ameconsolidate wa Maasai sababu unahitaji ikiwa Maasai. Hiyo
having won that seat means alikuwa na the majority, si ndio?
Lakini hizi kabila zingine zisipigia.
No, hata kama zilisaidia the majority of the Maasai. Wewe. Wacha asipeleke candidate.
Haya, lakini tuassume kwamba Wakikuyu wako huko wengi, si ndio? Unasema Narok ndio mabiashara huko ni ya Wakikuyu. Wacha kujificha.
Hakuna mahali hii Kenya. Hakuna mahali hii Kenya ambako hakuna Wakikuyu. Hadi huko hivyo Mandera, hadi Kisii, hadi Keroka kuna Wakikuyu.
Kisii wako na church.
So si umesema vizuri wako hapo.
Wako kila mahali, si ndio? Lakini Narok traditionally na predominantly it's a Maasai region.
Unajua mnaenda mambo mingi mbali. Shida yangu ni very simple. Mimi kwanza number one, mimi sio supporter wa Matiang'i. Even Mokwa knows that. I have a problem with regarding Gachagua's behavior as a person, and I used to think that the people of Mount Kenya are also against this behavior of Rigathi Gachagua. But the moment I realized that they are embracing Rigathi Gachagua, I realized they are birds of the same feathers. And for that reason, we can only do a favor to this country by pushing them into one corner.
Pushing who?
Rigathi Gachagua.
Pushing who?
See, Rigathi Gachagua to be the presidential candidate of Kikuyus.
And
then after amekuwa candidate, Ruto asimame huko. Kama ni Matiang'i akuja akae hapa. Kama ni Sifuna akae hapa. You see? Sasa Rigathi Gachagua apate hiyo kula ya mlima, akuje kama ni number 2. You see? Nobody can vote for Gachagua against Ruto. Ruto arudi 2 term. Alafu sasa tuanze kupanga siasa hii Kenya without Kikuyus. In our mind.
The day Mount Kenya will sit down and then they ask themselves, in whose hand are we safe? In whose hands are we safe? Mtalia.
Trust me, the Mount Kenya numbers are not going to work past 2027.
Apart from
that's why
Central Kenya and Kalenjin land.
That's why we must divide them into east. You see, that's why we must listen.
Apart from Central Kenya and Kalenjin land, Raila had the rest of the country. But he died not becoming
People are not as politically woke as right now. I will send you the statistics that after 2032, this Kikuyu majority thing is not going to work.
It will.
The community, it will not. Look at the birth rates. Look at the birth rates in Mount Kenya, and look at other regions like Western Kenya. This thing is dying.
People are many, but
leadership.
Itaenda tu mlima. Leadership.
That's why I'm telling you, the people from other regions are now waking up. Kitambo ilikuanga.
You guys are too tough.
Relax nikwambie mkoa. Kama Wakisii, as you say that our numbers zinakuanga chache, we always give a turnout of 74%. Na our population inakuanga the people adults who are above 18 years and above wako 1.2 in Gusii land, but wenye wanakuanga wameregister they are 800k. So with this thing of Matiang'i coming to the ballot, a lot of us will register. You see, wakiregister hiyo kura yao imesonga mbele. Watu wa Kwale alone has 700k Kwale has a potential of 800k registered voters, au ni adults ambao wanafaa kushika kura, lakini wale wameshika ni 400,000. You see, now the more these people come politically woke, the more they register, and the more all these people from other regions wana register, hii kitu ya Mount Kenya supremacy inaisha. So hii mambo ya kushikanisha bloki mbili ati Wakikuyu na Wakale upite, it will not work going forward.
Let's wait and see. Mato, what do you think?
Nilianza na kuambia podium that anahitaji kuseparate reality na wishful thinking yake.
Mwambie.
The reality ni Mount Kenya watakuwa consequential for a very long time.
No. It has come to an end. Hii kitu past 2032 is the last.
Kwani wao wazani?
Kwani
bro, watoto wengi wanapitisha ni 2-3.
Ina increase huko hivyo huko kwingine ikiwa nini?
Apple.
Acha maongea.
Unadhania like population
it will die.
On this other,
trust me, we can't have another Kikuyu president. Hiyo tusha resolve.
Acha Mato kupea.
Lakini
it's either we give them their country, we call it Central Republic of Kenya, or they support us.
Yeah. Mato wape.
Wakwe landlocked to face Mlima
ODM
huko.
ako bothered sana na having another Kikuyu as a president. Lakini if you just take a look at the young leaders, yeah,
Yes.
who look very promising.
Ndini
Like
ya.
who?
The likes of
Hapana, ndipo
Kang'ata,
wamesema ni muoga.
the likes of Kang'ata, the likes of
The best
Nyoro.
governor comes from Mlima.
Hapana.
Quality. Is that
Yeah.
about Mlima alikuwa Kikuyu? Quality.
Happen.
Tell them.
Happen.
Ngoja mati wamalize.
Hapana,
Kenya.
lazima hapo ametaja Kang'ata. Wacha nikuambie.
Acha.
Kang'ata
Acha wamalize. David hapana. Swali. Sasa
kidogo.
wanataka kuongea. Mbona msimpe nafasi?
Nitasahau. Unajua
Hapana.
lazima
Andika chini, andika chini. Andika chini.
order.
Andika chini. Andika chini.
Usikue kama Moses Wetangula.
Hapa.
Mpe nini yake aongee. Acha aongee aongee nini anasema.
Andika chini. Siwezi kukubalia.
Siandiki. Hiyo ni point of order na kisheria inakubalika.
Sema
Amesema-
Ongea tusikie.
Alisema Irungu Kang'ata alikuja akatuambia kwamba yeye ameona Linda Mwananchi ndio iko na national outface. Akazunguka nayo. Alafu Wamunyoro akamtishia ameenda sasa kwa tribal. Sasa ukiniambia eti Kang'ata eti in future atapeana direction. Sisi already tumeshamuona kama mtu tribal. Kwa nini hakustiki mahali alikuwa amefanya uamuzi yake? Akaenda tena.
Wewe nikuulize.
Niulize.
Siasa gani Kenya yenye si tribal?
Lakini yeye ndiye alituambia yeye amejoin mahali. Unajua shida yangu inakuja. Unaona kama Ndindi Nyoro saa hii hata akienda kwa nani achatangaza msimamo, anasoma kwanza ground. Yeye alikimbia.
Nani pia yeye pia alisema ata defend kiti yake through DCP. Sikatai, si ndivyo alisema? Alisema ata defend kiti yake through DCP. Alisema ata defend kiti yake through DCP. However, still ana maintain link na Linda Mwananchi.
Hakuna link huko. Wacha nikupea siri.
Hiyo ndo statement yake.
Sawa.
Sasa
wacha nikuambie.
Sasa wewe vipi yako na yake ni gani tunapaswa kuzingatia?
Hiyo ni statement yake. Ukienda kwa X account yake utapata alisema the same thing. Alisema ata defend kiti na DCP na ata maintain the link to Linda Mwananchi team.
Simple. Mataendelea na ile point ulikuwa na make. David akinyamaza hivyo kimeumana.
Alright. Now unaweza kuwa against like Mount Kenya producing a presidential candidate, si ndio? Ni podium nilikuwa nina respond. However, if you look at the caliber of the next gen leaders, bado still indications inaonyesha still they will be there whether you like it or not.
Simple.
Martin, what will be there?
See, Mount Kenya leaders, they will still be in the national politics. Now they will still be leading.
Kwani kwingine hatuna leaders?
Let them come out.
Let them come out. Nikuulize swali.
Kwani Sifuna si leader?
He's a good leader. He's a good leader.
Let him challenge.
He's a good leader.
Yes.
Sifuna is a good leader. But how many young upcoming leaders can you point out tuseme wako na potential ya ku rise to the highest office?
Si Uncle William anaguza mpaka 2032. After 2032 nani will take over from there? Sifuna. Sasa after hapo hii mambo ya numbers for Kikuyus itakuwa imeisha. Then now we can tuanze wote sasa.
The target it is not to make the numbers of Kikuyus ziishe. The target in having leaders. Look at this. What Martin is trying to say. As much as we might not feel comfortable for
Okay,
having power,
relax. I've understood your question.
As much as we want to get rid of the Mount Kenya people from the presidency, somehow nature brings them. The best governor now, Ghana. The best orator right now, the person leading opposition, Mount Kenya. The most preferred member of parliament as a president, Mount Kenya, Ndindi Nyoro. Now,
come on, Ndindi is a mall. Ndindi is a mall. Gachagua will finish Ndindi in the mountain.
How? Gachagua did not raise Ndindi Nyoro. That's why Mount Kenya don't put taxes. No, Gachagua cannot do anything to Ndindi Nyoro. He cannot take it to the bank.
You see, then it means the people of Mount Kenya have a problem. The kind of leaders they take to lead them. Someone like Ndindi Nyoro, he voted yes for the finance bill of 2024, the finance bill of 2023, the finance bill of 2026. He didn't vote. Then they want us to vote out Ruto, that he killed Gen Zs, and the person who voted for that finance bill that made the Gen Z to go to the street was passed by Ndindi Nyoro. Then they want that we remove Ruto and we replace him with the caliber of Ndindi Nyoro. Really? Ndo tunasema tumeacha kukua wajinga. Pia sisi tumefunguka macho. Hii karata wanatuchezea that they have.
Fanya vile mnataka.
Yes, that's why tumesema tuko na plan. After making William after kupitisha Ruto 2027, we will amend the constitution.
It is that serious.
In a long term.
Wanyama, you are making a point. Martin?
Nilikuwa naambia podium. Akona illusion fulani ya ati numbers za nini zitapungua or something. I don't know kwenye ameitoa. Lakini in our generation.
Your ladies are feminists. Your ladies are feminists.
No,
in our generation, we will remain to be one of the dominant communities in this country, whether you like it or not.
It's over. It cannot
whether
work.
Whether you like it or not.
It cannot work.
Whether you like it or not. Second thing.
We say bye-bye to Kikuyu entitleism.
Second thing, presidency takes inakuwa determined by a lot of factors.
Mwambie.
One of them being finances. Now the Mount Kenya mafia,
they know what to do.
They will always be there to influence the political direction of the country.
And they're not too.
So
that's why we are saying this thing is very simple. Let's give William Ruto a second term. After there, we amend the constitution and back a long term.
Now,
what makes you feel that you can determine Ruto whether he becomes president or not? It is the Mount Kenya people made him president.
Kitu moja anasahau.
Come on, we are going to vote for Ruto.
The deputy to Nani to Ruto ni Kindiki.
It's Mount Kenya.
Kindiki is from Mount Kenya East. Kindiki ni wa Mount Kenya East. We are against Mount Kenya West. Ukiongelea mlima East ama West? East ama West? No, kuna East na West.
Ikifika kwa siasa.
Hai kuna East and West.
Martin,
let me tell you. Wacha nikwambie 254,
Martin.
No.
Martin.
Ngoja.
Wewe ni Mkikuyu, ni Muembu ama ni Mutaraka?
Mimi ni Kikuyu.
Wakikuyu sasa ndio wanatuletea shida. Waembu hawana shida. Hata Kindiki akikuwa president anatoka huko Taraka, hatuna shida na yeye. Tuna shida na Wakikuyu.
Kitu ninawaambia ni hii.
That's why Martin said the Kikuyu mafia, not the Taraka mafia, the Kikuyu mafia.
Kitu ninawaambia ni hii. Sawa. Kitu ninawaambia ni hii. If by chance Ruto arudi 2027,
Mount Kenya will not lose.
Mount Kenya will not lose. It can never lose. It will never lose.
How?
They
It
will.
can never lose. Hata sahi it's not losing.
They
It
will.
has the most cabinet secretaries. Juzi tumekuwa na by election or kama uliona pesa hii ilimwagwa huko. Tulilose aje sisi.
It's not about nini. Listen to me.
Wewe hiyo pesa ulipata?
Listen to me.
Mimi ni Ruto. Unaona mimi?
Ruto must flourish.
Hapo hivyo ndo natoka
So
hapo
that-
hivyo hiyo kalao hapo ndo.
So that this economy,
Ulikula ngapi?
this,
Ulipata kazi?
Let alone
this economy will crash.
Hiyo pesa ya handouts, yeah? Let me tell you. Let alone pesa ya handouts. Barabara zimejengwa huko hivyo within that short period. Barabara. Tarmac roads.
Okay.
Unaona market ya huko hivyo.
Martin,
Acha malizi. Tunataka kuelewa una kazi.
The market ya huko hivyo iliundwa vizuri due to that. Wakachimbiwa hadi borehole na ikakonektiwa hadi nini. Sawa. Hizo ni vitu lasting zenye people will benefit from even in na sasa hiyo wanapiga one time. So
that's why we are asking. That's why we are asking a very simple question. William Ruto is building affordable houses. Unaona? William Ruto is building roads, the Mau Rironi Road, ambayo ita connect the larger Western Kenya. Inamaanisha that we can access Nairobi by 4 hours. Unaona?
Unajua kwenye hiyo Rironi Mau Summit Road imepitia?
Yes, si imepitia kwenu but inakuja kwetu.
Unajua imepitia counties gani?
Yes.
Very nice.
254.
Yes.
Hapo hivyo sisi tuna lose aje hapo?
Inaishia wapi? Hiyo road inaishia wapi? Inaishia wapi?
Rironi Mau Summit imepitia counties gani? Hebu niambie imepitia
Martin.
Nakuru.
Tunataka Ruto ajenge affordable housing. Hello.
Inafika Kericho kwani? Nakuru. Nyandarua pekee.
Inapitia Kiambu, inapitia Kiambu,
Kiambu.
Inapitia Kiambu, inapitia Nyandarua, inapitia Nakuru.
3.
Martin.
Hizo counties 3.
Tumekubali hiyo. Martin.
Predominantly za nani?
Sawa, Martin. Martin. Ile kitu tunataka Ruto afanye. Unajua kwa nini mnapinga affordable housing? Nairobi ni
nani amepinga?
Si mnapinga, si Gachagua anasema eti sijui akiingia president eti sijui atafutilia hizo nyumba mbali.
Sana Gachagua, hiyo ni mdomo, hakuna president.
Huyo ndio mtu mnafuata. Sasa unaacha mnafuata. Si huyo ndio kiongozi wenu?
Hawezi kuwa president, of course tunajua hawezi kuwa president.
Sasa kama hawezi kuwa president, ana support nani?
Bado tunangoja.
That's why we are saying we can't have a country that works for a few. Let's crash this country, isink, we start afresh.
Hakuna story na
Yes.
country ku crash.
William Ruto will crash it. William Ruto
Hakuna
anarudi second term, haribu
hakuna
uchumi kabisa.
kutrashiwa.
It will.
Kwanza
It
Hakuna
will.
kitu cha kutrashiwa.
254.
Just wait for William Ruto to come back.
Niliambia 254 254 tulikwambia. Unaona
Sikia
Ruto.
Martin sikia,
ukirudisha
acha Ruto arudi term ya pili to default, tuone ni watu wagani wengi wameinvest kwa hizi government bonds.
Hakuna
Si ni
kitu
nyinyi watu wa mlima.
Hakuna kitu tuta default.
It will.
Hakuna kitu tuta default.
A point is coming. It will. We are going down with it.
Kiza
Tunaanguka na nyinyi.
Martin.
Risk yetu ya kudefault, the highest risk ya kudefault ilikuwa in 2024 when we were supposed to repay the
No.
Eurobond, the 2014 Eurobond. That was our highest risk. Lakini ndio wamedirisk.
So just restructured it. They restructured
it in a much more favorable way. Sahi much more favorable.
Martin. Unajua sisi tunataka Ruto ingie mara ya pili.
Unajua hiyo payment ya the 2014 Eurobond ilikuwa like we were supposed to settle it all at once. Si ndio?
Yes.
Which was making it a very stressful situation. Na ndio maana ikafanya hadi the USD to the exchange rate, USD KSH ika spiral to almost 170, ndio.
Can I ask you, Martin? Why are we selling our parastatals? Why did we introduce the sovereign wealth fund?
To try and fund the infrastructure projects.
Yes, because we can't afford to do that with our taxes.
Because okay, the idea is to like to
escape debt payment,
to remove that to remove the funding of infrastructure projects from the budget.
Why are they doing so?
Why are they doing
it's
so?
Both.
Because the
a large percentage of our revenue inaenda kulipa hiyo deni.
True.
Yeah, so it means tukimaliza kuuza hizi parastatals, there will be nothing left. Now we will have to face the reality.
Lakini from what I understand about the National Infrastructure Fund.
Yes.
Their idea ni like they wanted to shift the funding ya hizo projects from having to rely on the budget.
No, it's very simple. You see, unaona kwa hii account nyingine, you see in the consolidated funds account, the first charge. You see in the consolidated funds account, the consolidated funds account, the first charge is debt payment.
Of course.
So in an instant that we sell our parastatals and we deposit our money in the consolidated funds account, inalipa deni direct kwanza. So it means there will be no money left to do these roads and all these developments we are seeing. So I'm saying this National Infrastructure Fund itasota time asha uza almost everything, and now we will have to
Haitasota. Actually, I beg to differ on that. Haitasota because their idea ni sort of fund yenye the funds zenye wameweka hapo hivyo ni za kufund viable projects zenye
that's what I'm asking. What will be the source of revenue to this National Infrastructure Fund?
The source of revenue to that infrastructure fund.
Yes.
Well, the infrastructure fund ni ya ku provide equity.
Yes, that's why I'm asking. What will be
Then
the source of
once
revenue?
they've provided some sort of equity, tuseme it's a project like hii Rironi Mau Summit Road, sawa.
Yes.
Let's assume iko estimated ita cost around 300 billion, ndio?
Yes, 200 and something. 200 and
It's just an estimate tunatumia hapa.
yes.
So the way they intend to like sort of use NIF is by
Yes.
having some sort of equity. Like
Yes.
they can contribute sort of like kitu ka 10% from the NIF. Then
Yes.
they invite private investors.
PPPs.
Yeah, private investors to come also and join in
Invest.
invest into that project, provided that it is economically viable. Assuming tuseme ka
Yes.
Rironi Mau Summit itakuwa na toll,
Yes.
which makes it an economically viable project.
You see, that's what I'm saying. Economically viable projects in this country are few.
They are not few.
So
They are not a few.
at the moment, the NIF has 350 billion. They will spend. They will fund half of the Mau Rironi Road.
They won't.
They will. That's the agreement. 50%.
The people, the nini yenye ina contribute some funds kwa nini ni NSSF.
You see, NSSF money, si itatumika hapo kwa hii infrastructure fund as part of the government percentage.
No, I don't think that's true.
Then how are they doing
comment section? Comment section you call it bars.
What I understand ni Rironi, like they'll contribute a certain amount. Not sure
which is
the exact amount. Then they'll have a stake.
Yes.
They'll have a stake.
Yes.
They'll have a stake.
You see,
whereby with that stake, kwa ile revenue itakuwa collected after the road is constructed.
Yes.
Some of the money will be coming back to the NSSF. All right. Based on the percentage.
Now it goes back to NSSF, not NIF.
Yeah. Because NSSF
now
has invested.
That's why I'm asking.
Has invested by itself.
Yes, that's why I'm asking. NIF itatoa wapi pesa after completing these projects? You see, that's what I'm saying. These NIF thing.
The same way.
You see, this NIF thing is a campaign strategy.
It's a campaign strategy. I think it's an innovative thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, of course. Yes, it is, to try and make other communities feel that they're going to get development under this government of William Ruto.
I think in my opinion, I feel it's a noble idea if it's executed in the correct way.
You see, the problem, it lacks accountability. The Auditor General can't access it.
If it's executed the right way, if it's executed the right way, I think it's a noble idea. But
Now you look at the guy in charge of this thing, President William Ruto, and his history. It's all about political goodwill. And of course, we know goodwill can't come from Ruto. We know how it will end. So to cut the long story short is that, you see, if we are not careful with the kind of leaders we elect in 2027, this country will sink with all of us, regardless of our economic superiority. Or numerical advantage.
We have, of course, having the best leaders is something that
Yes,
is very
that's
critical.
why we are having that look. We can't be wanting good leaders, then we have Gachagua as our leader. And when he's criticized, you gun against those criticizing him, and you start intimidating people that if it's not Gachagua, it's Ruto. I mean, come on. Everyone will suffer if Ruto comes back. Then if it has to be Ruto to avoid Gachagua, let's let it be. Let it come on. Bring it to the table.
The Western people began Ruto kura to punish Kikuyus.
I wish.
Not Kikuyus.
I wish.
Not Kikuyus.
I wish it were possible to like just push away Gachagua from the
you see,
conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
From his position.
The only way to deal with the Gachagua is simple. Let the courts allow him to run. Akuja akue number 2. We impeach him again in the ballot.
Number 2 gani?
Because Ruto will come number 1. Gachagua will come number 2. Then hao wengine watafuata. Because Ruto can't achieve 50+1. Watarudi kwa ballot.
Gachagua is very unlikely to even emerge as number 2, actually.
No. Martin, you see, what I've seen from yesterday, bro, the people of Mount Kenya subscribe to Rigathi Gachagua. I used to think that watafikiria waone Rigathi si kiongozi, but the way they've reacted,
aje sio kiongozi aje, sio kiongozi aje. But before the reality remains, if people if people vote for William Ruto in 2027, prepare for Mount Kenya president in 2032.
It can't happen.
Ooh.
It can't.
Wow.
It can't. Mugua, that's what I'm saying.
In whose hands are you saying?
That's what I'm saying. Then some bad things may happen in this country.
There's nothing bad that will happen.
No. Then it means then it means we divide this country.
We won't divide.
We give Kikuyus and Kalenjins their nation, and we remain with another country.
We won't divide anything.
We are ready to do that.
Won't divide anything.
We are ready even to amend the constitution to allow William Ruto to go long term. To avoid that,
we will not divide anything.
Yes,
and you clearly need to stop believing that Kikuyus are the source of the problem or the problems in Kenya.
No. If
you need to start believing, you need to stop
we
believing
are 40,
that. You know why?
We are 42 tribes. Come on, we are 42 tribes in this country, and we cannot be led by 2.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why you need to stop.
You guys may argue. You guys may argue a lot of things, but low key.
Stop being of that of of that opinion, all right?
But Loki, many Kenyans
last-
are not ready for another Kikuyu presidency.
Let's people register as voters, just like
Yes.
Mount Kenya.
For
But
the last
2027.
14 years,
tumejipanga vibaya
14
sana.
years,
Mbona msijipanga 2027?
for the last 14 years,
Just wait, we will make a statement in 2027.
for the last 14 years, we've been having devolution and county governments. Majority of the counties outside Mount Kenya region.
Acha maliza point.
Wait. He's misunderstanding me.
No, let him finish so that you understand what he's saying. Ukimwinterrupt utaelewa shi anasema.
Majority
I
of the
understand.
counties
I know that
outside
clause very well.
Relax.
No.
Let him finish the
Listen.
point.
No.
Acha amaliza point yake urespond.
Majority of the counties outside the Mount Kenya region have performed very poorly, very, very poorly. Right? True or false?
True.
You look at some of the counties that were under people like Rao, and some of the governors performed poorly, very poorly, especially those from Luo Nyanza. Then another region that likes to complain about Mount Kenya supremacy is the northeastern counties. You look at those regions and their governors, and you realize that they don't have much. They've not done much with whatever they've been given.
But Martin, I understand you. Let me help you understand my point.
Okay.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Yes. Now we are not arguing from a point of development. That's where you go wrong. Now we are arguing from a point of nationalism and inclusivity.
What is inclusivity and nationalism without proper usage of public funds?
You see, the common man doesn't understand those things from an academic point of view.
No, like what I mean, why should we have leaders without performance?
Yeah, why should?
Now, unfortunately, Kenyans don't care about that.
Who understands?
Why don't you care? You yourself, why don't you care?
You yourself. Kenyans.
You are an educated person.
Yes, I am.
Why do you care?
But I cannot stand.
Why do you care?
I cannot stand another 5 years of Kikuyu entitleism. I cannot.
So rather not a Kikuyu, but a poor performance.
Yes. Yes, it's that way. That's why. And Mokua, if you think this is a lie, William Ruto is the worst president Kenya has ever had. And trust me, Ruto will come back just based on that. Because of people like, if Gachagua was not in opposition today, Ruto angeenda nyumbani asubuhi na mapema. That's why I say it's a long con between Gachagua and William Ruto. Gachagua, Ruto, and Uhuru are working together.
Let me read what is in the comment section. Ruto must go. That is Shots exclusive. Thank you once again. You've come to our show. That is Shots exclusive. I was always been there. Truth Manyoya. Then we have focus on selling your agenda, not attacking other leaders. Rogers is saying hello, Rogers. Then Wycliffe Machora is saying that Ruto is winning. Ruto, his winning is unstoppable due to more differences we are seeing. You are seeing at the position, I think so. Then I'm saying, hey there, kwani leo ni Gachagua tu? Hey there, kwani leo mna analyze Gachagua tu? Then we have this time is going to Kisii or somewhere. Thank you. Let it come. Either way, that's Kisii is Mount Kenya B. Without Matiang'i, then let's be. Lamek is saying Matiang'i akienda kwa Ruto anaenda peke yake. Mwangeni ugali, tumwage ugali. Kwani tutateseka wote after election.
Yes.
Analyst wa Kikuyu Kalonzo, wa Kikuyu ni Kalonzo.
Kalonzo ni watermelon. Kalonzo mwenyewe mtashtukia kwa Ruto hata before elections.
Andeni Gachagua kwa midomo yenu. Mmeguza mlima mtatii. Kalonzo hadi mwisho. Nyinyi mnaumia siasa za nyinyi ndio mnajua siasa za mlima. Mkoa hard work has to be rewarded whether you like it or not. Joshua Okemo is saying Matiang'i akienda anaenda peke yake. Ruto is winning over his tactical politics. That is the end of the comment section. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who contributed to us, through the comment section, asanteni sana for those who are watching us from home. May God bless you all for always contributing to this particular show at Mukwa Times, Cyprian TV, and of course at Mukwa Times exclusive version. 254, you have something to add?
No, I'm just saying 2 term.
This is the show for everyone. I see this guy for 2 term. Now here we are having the discussion here. It's been very interesting. Martin, thank you so much for getting time to be here today.
Thank you.
I think you've become the best match for 254. You used to take KK view. I think KK Lada Ajakucha. But I love the show. It has been an interesting one, insightful. What we share, very nice comments, very nice points. God bless you all. Let's end the show. It is actually 2 hours 13 minutes. Squeeze the show in sana, but this is nice. Though we took long to start, but at least in end vizuri, we've shared. So let's wait and see tomorrow what's coming for us. Asanteni sana guys. Good night everyone.
Adios.
Anjama.